Hey everybody, Lone Wanderer here, going to show you an easy way to make stim packs. Now, I know there's other YouTube videos out there by now showing you how to do this, but I want to have as many tutorials on my channel as possible. And definitely, some of the YouTube videos out there I'm not impressed with. I'm not saying I can do better than them all, because there's some really good ones out there. Definitely with the video quality, but I may not have the most, knowledge of how to make a cool video, but I can definitely make you a great tutorial on how to do this. So anyways, let's get into this. Excuse me. So the first thing I want to talk about is this perk card called Butcher's Bounty. Now before you leave and go start gathering materials to build these stim packs, make sure you have this perk card on. I cannot stress that enough. Get it to level 3. It's called Butcher's Bounty and it's under Perception. And you just have to replace it with another card. Like, you should have your Perception at 4. Especially if you're a rifle build, I'm sure you will. But that's very important that you have that perk card on, and I'm going to show you why. So the first place you're going to go to that, well, you don't have to do these in order, but the first place I go to is Vault 76. And from Vault 76, you're going to want to go directly south or down from it. And it's going to bring you to this cabin, which I'm going to show you right here. And there's always ticks here. There's always ticks at this location. So what you're going to want to do is I'm going to show you here. After you kill the tick. I was trying to lure them in, and as you can see, the one from far away decided to come over. Highly suggest using VATs as well when you're shooting the ticks. Unless it's a scorched one, they'll die one shot pretty much if you have all your perks going. So anyway, you want to go up to it and you'll notice there's a search option. Make sure you search, and most of the time you will get some tick blood. It's really hard to find tick blood, which you need to make these stim packs. But if you have Butcher's Bounty, very easy to find tick blood. I also suggest going around with a friend or two doing this, because maybe one of those friends don't need stim packs, but they can help you gather double or even triple as much materials, and you'll end up with a ton of stim packs, which is obviously amazing. So from Vault 76 down to the shack, after you do that all here, you kill all the ticks, make sure you search them all with Butcher's Bounty. You won't be able to do that unless you have that on. Once again, you're going to want to go directly south or down on the map from that cabin to this little wood making lodge. I don't know what you want to call it. Wood factory. Looks like, I know the word, I can't think of it. Lumberyard, I guess you want to call it. Also, there's a fire cap down here, which I may do a tutorial on how to make disease cures. They come in extremely handy. Yeah. And this is one of the ingredients for that. But you don't have to grab that. We were making stim packs and disease cures because there was 3 of us, so we were just going around trying to get as much done as possible. But once you get to where this fire cap is, or close to it, that white building, I would say, like as soon as you cross through this fence, like you're going to start noticing them. So do the same thing here. Kill them all. Like I said, highly suggest using VATs. Search each one. Get everything you can. Once again, bring a friend or two if possible. And once you're cleared out on this area, I'm going to show you the next place to go, which is this cemetery, I think, right? Yeah, cemetery. I slowed down the video here. Now, the thing is with the cemetery is that they're not always here. I would say, less than 50% of the time they're here. But when they are here, there is tons of them. And, worst case, you just, you server hop. Now, before you come back and start making them, so you'll need those tick blood and the blood sacks. I don't think you necessarily need the blood sacks, but mostly tick blood. So one of the first perks you're going to want to have on is Chemist, and that doubles the quantity of chems you make when you're crafting them. So you definitely need that on. So say you end up with 30 stim packs, if you had that on, you would have had 60. Like, that makes a huge difference. Second perk card you're going to want to have on is under Luck, and that is Super Duper. Chemist is under Intelligence if you're looking for it, and you only need it level 1. Super Duper, I would get to level 3 so you have that 30% chance and not 10% chance, and that will double materials that you make, which you'll see here. I only have 2 blood packs and I end up with 5 stim packs, and I'm going to show you well. This was a great example how this worked out, actually. So once you have those perk cards on, you're going to want to come over to your chemistry table, go to healing, and you can see it says ×2 beside the blood pack and stim pack. Now, I didn't have any tick blood at the time, but that's what you'll want to make first, is the blood packs. And I'm pretty sure because, excuse me, the chemist that you have on there makes it ×2. So if it's ×2 for the chemist and super duper goes off, like, you're getting 3 times as much. So you'll see here, I click it twice. Now I should only have 4 Stimpaks, but super duper went off, and I ended up with 5, which you'll see I'll show. And I wouldn't have ended up with more than 2 if I didn't have these perk cards. So that just stacks and stacks every time you make them. So do not forget to have these perk cards on before you make this. And like I said, if the ticks aren't at the cemetery, just server hop and repeat. And it's as easy as that, everybody. Hope this helps some people, and take care. Thank you so much for watching.